Hey guys, welcome back. So I got another build out for you guys. It's in the town of Sulani. So let's get into it. So I built on the lot closest to the volcano. I completely forgot what the lot was called. I just know it's closest to the volcano. Um, and I was trying to go for an off the grid type of living home. So you'll see there's not really much electric stuff, so there's no TVs, no computers, no nothing that really has to do with electricity. It's a lot of candles, a lot of bookshelves. Not a lot of bookshelves. It's only one bookshelf, but yeah. It is a two-bedroom house. It's one master, and I made one for a child room, but it's two beds in there, so it can sleep two children. As you can see here, I'm still trying to figure out the shape that I want to go through with. The shape wasn't hard for me to figure out how I wanted to do it, but I've been getting this glitch in my game where I can't delete any walls, so that was kind of confusing and I had to figure that out. But I have worked my way around it. I wanted to go with a super duper duper island theme because, of course, we're in Sulani. So, uh, I'm sorry, I have no clue why I paused here. I was doing something, I think. I put a lot of farming plots so we can have a lot of plants and stuff because I figure that's a good pastime. Um, there's a fire pit that I put in here, the new one. And it was very interesting for me try to figure out to work my way around the whole off the island living thing, trying to figure out different things to put in the house, and it was very interesting. And I might try to make this into an LP later down the line. But yeah, the shape is coming through. It's a tiny. It is a tiny home, but it doesn't feel very tiny. So I'm not gonna say it's a whole bunch of space, but it feels bigger than what it really is. As you can see, we're still working on the outer shell of the house, but I'm just doing roofing, and the roofing was very easy to do, way easier than my last house, which had more of a. It wasn't a difficult roofing, but more difficult than this one was. As you can see where I made that gate, the little fencing, that's where I wanted to have the farming area. And I actually end up putting one in the back of the house here. You can't see it quite where I have it, but I do end up putting one in the back of the house in here. And it looks great by the end. Funny enough, though, when I went to record the last part of this, some kind of way my computer lost the file. So you don't get to see the ending of this, but I do put on all of the screenshots that I made so you can see the house, and it ends up looking great. It came out looking very interesting, and I really love the inside. I really love because all the guitars and all the aspects of music and the books. It looks nice. It almost to me looks like a little mini vacation home, just with no TV or anything like that. Here, I was looking for the doors that I picked. I really like those to go there, but what I wanted to do with this door, I had to extend out the wall here, which you'll see in a minute. Yep, there I go. Because I wanted to put two of the tall, clear windows there, just to give you like an inside view of what the house looks like. Also wanted to switch those windows out for the tall, clear windows here too. Fixing the roofing. In a minute here, I'm gonna get onto landscaping, which I love the way the landscaping came out here. I love really all of the landscaping, really all the things we got in Build to Buy mode for this pack. This pack was an amazing pack. I want to say I think this pack is only island living. I don't think it has anything else. Um, I think it's only Island Living. So if you have Island Living and that's the only pack you have, you can download it. I almost never here use those. This is what I'm putting on the wall here. I forget what they're called, but I almost never use them, which is probably why I forget what they're called. But here I thought they looked very interesting, and they brought out a kind of detail that you normally wouldn't see, especially for it to be Island Living. I feel like it brought out a really good detail on the house, and I didn't want to do so much as to a light theme. I wanted it to be kind of dark, so I go with dark browns and black because I really like the combination of those two colors together. As you can see there, I leave that window with the brown and black theme. I almost think I should have left the columns brown, but I left them black. I'm trying to figure out a name for the house, so I'm sorry, my name is completely made up, but you can still download it, completely made up or not. And this is where I'm sorry, my computer was very laggy. It still is a little bit laggy, so if you see me stop or the video stops, or it's my computer lagging, definitely. So I was just making sure I liked the color, and I actually really loved the color scheme together. It came out very nice. Now after I removed the ceiling, I could not get these walls here to delete. They would not delete for anything. I tried putting a door in the wall and then trying to delete it because that worked for me last time, but it just did not want to work for me. So what I ended up doing here was just taking the wall and pushing it in. After that, I still tried to delete this wall and it still wouldn't work. So what I did was just put an archway there because I wanted it to be open, but it wouldn't allow me to be open. So just put an archway there, and that room there is going to be the kitchen. In here, originally, my plan for this house was going to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, kitchen, living space. But when I start furnishing the rooms, you'll see me make that into a 2-bedroom because the rooms are so huge. Here I'm working on a little bit of landscaping here. I wanted to put a palm tree somewhere, but in the middle between the house and the farming area would have been just too big. The trees would have been clipping in. So I decided to go for tinier trees. And as you see, I end up making a pot planter for them. So I love this grass that we got. I love it. I know I was just talking and bragging about how I love the other grass, but this grass is great. It gives it a texture, a sense of not being flat, which is great. As you can see, I was trying to use it here, but I think I ended up deleting it. I don't remember, but I believe I end up deleting those. And then here I'm able to put my plants together by using the BB Move Objects cheat. And I put those there and I thought those looked great. I love these purple flowers. They look great, but I didn't want to overdo the front with a bunch of landscaping. So plus it's in an area with volcanoes, so it probably wouldn't be too much growing in that area. Now I'm still looking for I wanted to have very lush like landscaping, but then I thought, we're next to a volcano, probably wouldn't happen in real life. But I did want this little middle area here to be plants or trees or something, just because it was very open in the middle of it and I couldn't decide what to do with it. So for the most part, what you see now is how it stays. I don't think I do too much of anything else to it, but it does stay. As you see, I'm putting my tree planters there just to give it a extra interesting look. I do end up moving them one back just because the trees were clipping into the house. Yeah, and I didn't want to make those too close. So and now I'm going on to the part that I think I did really good at. Like I think this just added some oomph to it. I put some terrain paint. I do end up changing the color of the terrain paint because I went with, I want to say like a slightly darker terrain paint. As you see here, that's what I'm doing now. And it added just that little bit of pop of color to this house, and it came out great. It came out looking very good. I did end up putting sprinklers in my garden area, so we'll see if those work or not because I am not sure, seeing as this house is an off the lot grid. I said off the lot grid. A off the grid lot. Oh my gosh. Other than that, I think the front of the house came out very nice. It's not too much going on, it's not too little going on, it's not too eye capturing. But yeah, I chose these flowers. I love these little flowers. They fit everywhere, anywhere, and everywhere perfectly. So we kind of have a little pathway to the garden, a pathway from the house. And I'm just looking for a little fence to go around this front patio here. And yeah, that's you guys have got to let me know what you guys want me to do next, because I have a couple ideas. I want to do some wacky ideas. So somebody give me some wacky idea builds. Something crazy. So I always just build practical houses. So no, I've built a pretty cool hospital, but I think that was like, that's not wacky at all. It's pretty normal. As you can see, this is our little garden area. So in the front, we have the big square garden boxes. And then in the back of the house, we have the small circle square garden. I said circle square. The small circle garden pots. I'm sorry, guys. I just got a text message, so I was not paying any attention. But yeah, as you can see, that's where I placed the little sprinklers. So we'll see if that works. I was trying to do like a covered situation here with the new uh covered patio sets we got. I couldn't figure it out, but that it was cool. I felt like when I did end up getting it, it kind of felt kind of stupid. So I was like, you know what I'll do? I'll just take them off and leave them open. So that's what I'm looking for now. I couldn't figure out in what category it was in. So I thought about doing that, but then I was like, nah. And I thought maybe I should put that one here in the middle of the trees. And then I was like, nah, that's terrible. But then I found this one and I thought it was such a good idea. I I put that table there, but then I ended up changing it because you'll see I'll change it to something else here in a very short second. But yeah, I did want to have the front of the house just a slight seating area. It's one adult sim, so it's probably not a lot of people going to sit in the front yard. And then I was trying to find all of the things that worked with the off the grid lot trait. And it was harder than I thought because they said they put everything that's, and it'll say it works with off the lot, but it's not a lot of things. It's very little. So as you see here, I was gonna originally put that as a bathroom, but then I was like, I can scoot it over a little bit more because the room is really huge, and I will make it a second bedroom. I really love these windows here that I placed that are opened because I like the fact that if I put them together, instead of two, I can get three windows, if that makes any sense. Like I did in the front. It looks very pretty. And this is me moving the trees because, like I said, they were clipping through, so I had to move them just a tad bit. I was trying to make a cool window situation here, but I just couldn't figure it out. I just didn't like it. So I believe I ended up putting the same way I did the master bedroom. I think that's what I did to the living space. So this is me realizing that the master bedroom was absolutely huge. I did end up making this little corner piece here, the bathroom. So the bathroom isn't that small anymore. I did make it bigger, but it still is in the corner of the lot, which I thought was a little interesting because, box bedroom, box bathroom. We don't need all that. We don't need all that. We're better than that. So I decided to make it a little triangular piece. Can't talk today. This was a kitchen. Now, it doesn't stay like this. I just end up putting these cabinets in here just to have them so I don't have to go back looking through the catalog. Same thing with the table. I just stick it in there so I don't have to go back looking through the catalog. But it does not stay like this. In fact, I think the kitchen it's not huge. It doesn't have that many cabinets in there. It does look good, but it was very hard because, like I said, off the grid. That's it will be the death of me. It was so hard trying to figure out how to what I can use and what I can't use, and so yeah. So if you see any pieces in this, it kind of doesn't make any sense. Well, to me, the stove doesn't make any sense, but it's the only stove that I like that I can use for the off the lot trait. I keep saying off the lot. I'm gonna keep saying off the lot even though I know it's off the grid. I made a little seating area, which I ended up loving. I almost never make just little seating areas, which I should do more often because it ended up coming out so pretty and so perfect. I loved it. I would literally sit here in real life and just sit there and read books all day because it looks so pretty. And then I love the shelves that we got, so I was just trying to find stuff to put on the shelves and find a picture that kind of would go over here, but we didn't have any beach pictures. Like, I wanted something light and open and airy, and that was the picture that I went for. So if you don't like it, you can always change it, but it's not very many like light and happy and airy photos that you can put onto your wall. I put a I'm sorry, lost my train of thought. I ended up taking these things from City Living, the graffiti like things, and putting them on the wall. I sized them down because I thought in this house, because it's not much to do, I feel like they would get bored and become an paint on their walls, which would lead them to know, hey, I'm actually good at this, and they'd become an artist, and the house would just be full of art and crafts. So I thought that would be a very good idea to have. here I think I'm just looking for other things that I can place on the wall, which, like I said, isn't much, especially if you're trying to stick with the island theme. And then I like this coat rack, but I end up getting rid of it. So the coat rack is no longer there. Sorry, I got jets going over my house. I live right next to Air Force Base, so sorry if you hear that. I love that, but I just couldn't figure out where I would place it. I really like it. I keep seeing it in all these different builds, but I cannot figure out where I would place it at all. So, yeah. I put the art easel there. And then I'm just trying to figure out what to do with the rest of this space. And yeah, as of lately, I really like those shelves with the flowers on them. Now, I'm in here, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this space. I cannot figure it out. And then I realize sculptures. We got new sculptures. So you'll see me here sticking them up here in a few seconds. I should have kept that really big one and just sized it down a little bit, because that would have been cool. I really love all the new faces or vases that we got, because they are absolutely cute. They bring out the house. Just bring it out tremendously. Especially the colors. Especially this big red one in the corner that you see there. It's very pretty. I love all the colors that came with it. I'm trying to fill up the shelving unit, which is why you see me like I'm still looking for other things. I think in the end result, I ended up putting 2 candles on the last 2 shelves that were left. So yeah, I was still sitting here looking like I was like, it has to be more skill building things that my Sims can do. So I'm still looking for it. Oh, yep, see, this is where the video ended. Yeah. Some kind of way I lost the footage, but this is what the house looks like. That's what the living room turned out looking like. And this is the master bedroom. Very simple. And this is the kids' room. Matchy matchy. Not super matchy, because I envisioned it for one boy and one girl. This is the bathroom. And this is what it looks like. So I think it came out looking great. And this is the back garden here.